Yo, 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 everyone, we are live and there's another RaddTitan chat. This is number 282. We're creeping in on 300. About a couple of weeks off, or maybe a couple of months now, but been off a little while, been traveling a little bit, had some time off, and yeah, catching up now with the chat. This is the longest running statue chat. And if you don't know, I am Alex, and the guy on the screen to my right, which is actually that way because it's kind of mirrored, is Geo. How's it going, bro?
Yeah, I'm right, man. I'm okay. Busy times, young family, lots on, million things to do, never enough time. But all good.
Never enough time.
No.
I don't have a young family, and I don't seem to have enough time. I don't know how.
Mm. So I
So
think
yeah, I was away
all over the
for a
world
couple
means
of
you have a lot of
weeks.
spare time, dude. When you can fly over and just go on holiday and go see like
Well, I guess
beaches and all
so.
that, that's actually cool. That's actually cool time that you have that's spare that you can put to something like that. Whereas you know,
Is that time?
yes, yeah, of
Oh,
course
okay.
it can.
Maybe I do have spare time then.
Yeah, you have a lot of time.
But yeah, I
If
was
you live
over in
some of your time.
Kuwait. I went across for a Comic Con in Kuwait. Sorry,
Nothing.
I didn't hear what you said there. Yeah, I went over to Kuwait, did a convention over there with Figurama, which was really cool. Saw some great pieces. Go over some of them a bit later on, and then come back for about a week, and then went across to Thailand. Uh, I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but my phone broke after the first day, so I kind of got to relax a little bit more because I wasn't on my phone as much. Um, but then I couldn't really take as many pictures of things, which was a bad thing because I've got this like crappy Chinese kind of Zome phone. Went across, saw art statue collector, saw his gallery and his pieces over there. So there's a lot of pieces there, which actually quite good timing because I normally go when I go to Bangkok. I normally go across to Dojo, which is the Thai distributor of Prime One, and then I'll go across to TK, which is the XM store. Um, the gallery that they, so the mall that they were in previously, was too expensive, so they had to move. So
Mm.
because of that, they haven't set up their new stores yet. So it was, yeah, it was good timing. Went across to Art's Place, saw a lot of pieces again, which I did a room tour. Pieces there which kind of I would never buy, but it's always good to see them. Um,
Yeah.
it's always interesting to see. A lot of the Prime One pieces are just too big and just
Like what?
I just can't. A lot of the metal line, so like the Red Death, for example, is just huge and it's just like leaning out. And then you got like Talon from Court of Owls. He's just like again leaning out really far. Um, and then you got like yeah, just like a load of those pieces really. And then I got to see the Queen Studios Hulkbuster, which is well out of scale. It's a ridiculously out of scale piece. It's so big. It's so big. It's like
Was it meant
if
to
they
be
said
like a
it was
quarter scale
one
piece?
third,
Oh,
it's meant to be
okay.
quarter scale, and it's kind of too big to be like one third. It's like if they said it was one third, people would probably go, "Yeah, it's a touch big." It is a nice piece, but it's just you can't really give it credit when it's that out of scale. Um, but then again, the flip side of that is it does really, really pair well with the legendary beast kind of Hulk. Looks really,
Yeah.
really nice next to that, which is a one third scale piece. Um, then yeah, come back about a week ago and it's been chilling really back to work and whatever else. So yeah, that's my side really. I haven't received. Oh,
Mm.
I did actually pick up a kit from Narin. So I picked up the Vile Guyver, which is a 1/6 scale piece, which I'll get painted at some point. I actually bought it about a year and a half ago. Um, so yeah, get other than that, yeah, no new pieces for me. No new pieces at all.
Mm. Well, it counts as
But
a new one, I guess.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But again, it's that kind of when it's a kit, it's like not until it's painted up.
Yeah, maybe.
And once
But
it gets painted up, it'll
when
be
loads. When loads of stuff is
Interesting.
in boxes, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, not really. I guess.
Yeah, it's not really that. I
Still
mean,
waiting on the old house as well. Nothing gone through there.
I spoke to Craig about it, but I'll talk to you about it later.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Go
so
through later on.
I got some. I got like I got ATF wants Thanos in. I got some pictures, but yeah, I got that in, and like that was very impressive. Very delighted with that. It's a bit of a shock, really, quality of it, because I'm in their group and stuff, and there's a lot of I think there's a lot of people that think they know Thanos, but have fucking no idea a little bit. Do you know what I mean? I think they've got
Yeah,
like a lot of people have got no fucking idea. So there's a lot of things in there. There's a lot of like Easter eggs. There's a lot of bits and pieces that if you know the character and you know
mm,
a few bits, then you sort of get it. But if you don't really know it, if you bought it because you've seen the MCU and you think you like Thanos from that, it doesn't really you miss all of that stuff. And I just didn't see anybody talking about it anywhere. It was just a bit like there was like
yeah.
pictures of it, but just like no, check this out, or like this looks really good. I was just impressed with this and that and the other, and
Mm.
it's just sort of like it's a piece that's kind of gone really under the radar a little bit for me. So when I got it, I
When I
mean,
saw it,
I just seen it in a couple of pictures.
I came over to your place and saw it, and there was a few things you said which I wouldn't have picked up on, which was quite interesting, which was about how um, some people would probably complain about it not knowing, which is where she is not touching him,
Yeah,
and you made a good point about that actually.
yeah. I mean, you don't only in his dreams do you see them sort of ever really touch. They don't, like only in his imagination. They don't ever really. It's a bit like Sixth Sense, really, when you read of Thanos and Mistress Death. Sixth Sense with the wife. All the Bruce
Yeah,
Willis scenes with the wife. It's
yeah,
only
yeah.
at the end when you realise he's dead that you realise he doesn't touch his wife all through the film. Like he
Mm,
goes to touch her and she ain't there, or there's all this shit. But really, she's never with him. They're never really together, like in a physical sense. So, and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's a little bit like that with her. You're always really questioning, like, is it all in his fucking mind? Is he crazy? And most of the time, you think he probably fucking is. Hence the mad Titan
yeah,
fucking handle. But anyway, yeah, very very nice though, yeah, I was really impressed with it. Definitely, I think it's the best ATF piece out there.
Mm.
Definitely that I've
Well,
got. I got four now. I
yeah, I
like
mean,
it.
the first picture you sent me across, I wasn't very impressed, but that was before you got it. You sent me
Yeah,
that, and I
fill
was
'em up.
just like, doesn't look very good. And it also, because it cut off the base as well, so I never got to see the base on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then when you sent me more pictures, I was like, actually, that's pretty nice. And then when I came over and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of detail on there you can't see in pictures and wherever else. Like on her,
Uh,
we got the pictures coming up anyway, but on her actual suit as well, you can see like all the embroidery kind of like patterns on her suit, and that was really nice, really nice.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't. The
Did you
last thing at
cancel
this
some
one.
pieces as well?
Yeah, I did. I cancelled the Mythos Vader because the price I got quoted for shipping and taxes was like lunacy. Like it was around 40% of the overall value of the statue. So I just was like,
God,
I can't do this, and I cancelled the
yeah,
Merman, the Tweeterheads one as well.
mm,
And I will be cancelling the Trapjaw and everything. I have to just basically, I can't at the minute with how financially everything is costing. I can't afford to basically just throw like $400, £400, £500 away on nothing. And taxes and
yeah,
shipping is nothing. I don't get anything extra from that. So
sure,
just maybe now being a little bit patient. And they've just dropped the penguin, which actually looks really nice as well. But again, there's no exclusive on that. It's another one. They did
yeah.
this Ivy thing where they did a really low run on it and it sold out like really quickly, and everyone thought this was a turning point. But that's just a bone. That's just a
No,
little bit like
it's
how many Ivies have
marketing.
we released? We released 3 a year. Go on, like I'll make this one a really
Yeah.
low ES. So it's a nice piece. The Ivy looks really nice, but
Well,
yeah,
you got to
people.
remember as well with a character like Ivy, they're going to release that in whichever version they didn't release. So if they released it in skin version, they're going to release a green one. If they released it
Maybe,
in
but
green.
the
So
bottom
there'll be
line is
another
anyway,
one of them.
I think collectors started thinking that there was some type of like trend that was going to now happen, which was,
Well,
you know, you're going to get the edition sizes, and they're going to be
yeah,
low, and they're going to make collectibles, and it's a bit like, you know, I think that was
I
wishful
think
thinking,
I
really,
think they
sadly.
tried. Do you know what? Do you know what I think they tried to do with that as well? Was they tried to then piggyback some shit that they couldn't sell on the back of that. So, for example, they put the Ivy out, it's sold out, and then they announced the edition sizes of a few other pieces. So they announced the edition size of the, I think it was under Miles Morales, um, like perspective base. They did that one. They did another one which has been, oh yeah, the Joker, the horrible Joker. They go, yeah, this is 600 edition size. So then
Mm.
you get people going, oh, yeah, look, Sideshow are doing all these low edition sizes now for us and blah blah blah. It's like, well, actually, these ones have been out for quite a while and they can't shift them. So maybe that Ivy was used as a way to then try and get people to jump on that kind of bandwagon about,
Yeah,
oh,
but
Ivy sold out quick. I better get on that fast, you know.
yeah, clever.
So
Maybe it's a
yeah,
good point.
it's
Cynical, but could be
market
true.
ploy.
Cynical, but could be true.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, but
Who we got in here? So we've got Happy Day CGR. How you doing,
hey, man,
brother? Good to see you in the house. Cameron Litz, howdy, fellas. Glad to have the best chat in the biz back. And Adam, how's it going? Thank you very
God
much for the
bless you,
kind
man. Thank
words.
you.
Uh, what's up? Hope all is well. Hunky dory. Some people heard this heard this place be popping. How's it going, Crippler? Good to see you here.
It's
Uh,
dangerous waters here, brother. It's dangerous waters.
Vibranium Jim in the house. Statue Habit 71. Yeah. It's me, Evan. The
Vibranium,
boys are back
bitch.
in town. That always reminds me of that. Uh, sorry,
It's vibranium,
what you
you
say?
fucking idiot. Vibranium, innit?
Oh, vibranium.
Not vibranium.
What did I
It's
say?
a bit like, who the fuck is.
Vibranium. Sorry. Oh. But then that boys back in town always reminds me of that really, really camp Thanos and Mephisto cover.
Yeah,
Always
Silver
reminds me of
Surfer
that
cover, innit?
whenever I see
Silver
them.
Surfer.
Silver Surfer, yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
bless your tongue.
Damn,
Look
I
at that.
missed you guys. Cheers,
That's
Tommy.
my favourite art, that is. That's my favourite Sabretooth art, that is. 6 Era art. That's from Sabretooth #1.
Oh yeah,
That's underneath the cover. That's
yeah,
lovely, that.
sure. Punisher XS. Been a while. Nice to see you back again. How's it going? Hey guys, glad to see you back on the screen. Good to see you, man. He was in UK recently, but he was all up in Manchester. I thought I had no time
Hope you went
before.
to United.
When you need to try and make sure one of you around to look after the little one and the other one because you shit, and then you know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Cameron, how was Art's collection in person? Yeah, it's really nice. A lot of really, really nice pieces. Again, I did a room tour, but it was quite bright, like because of the windows around the outside. So I did use a Samsung S23 Ultra to film it, but I still wasn't 100% happy with the footage. It was quite like because it was so bright behind, it was dark on the statues at the point at times. But I'll see how it comes out. See if I can kind of work with it.
Fuck with it.
Crippler, how you doing? Again, it's been a while. Good to see the boys back. Hope all is well. How you doing, Alonso? Decadent. What's up, lads? Welcome back. How's it going? Has George lost weight? Lost some weight?
Oh, George is. I've actually I've been like fighting off viruses for like the last month. I ain't actually been that well. Like not in terms of like really ill. Just my boy like at school and shit. Like it's his first, like it's the first year like at school. It's not reception over here. It's like nursery before they go into reception. So he's coming home every week with something, and then he's passing it around to everybody, and it's just like fucking. I've had like a few different viruses, so
Yeah,
I've
that's
been a
not
little
good.
bit I've been a little bit sidelined for I would say the last month, which I think I've probably dropped about like maybe about 10 pounds or so, but not in a good way, not in a healthy way. So just in a sort of like
Yeah,
you know just in a bit of a like, oh, I got to get fucking training and get back into sort of moving. But I'm all right. I've been feeling all right for the last week or so. So God willing, it's on the up. But fucking my boy just comes in, cuddles me, fucking gets into fucking my bed and fucking coughs in your face in the middle of the night and fucking wipes his bogey and you're fucked. You've had it. You've had it. No chance. Can't escape.
Can't escape that. And so got a Facebook user. Hey guys, not sure what that is. Boys are back in town. AC Luna, sub gentleman, Edwin Diaz, Jesse Hernandez, Supple, Crippler, sub Jesse, the other Edwin Diaz. Oh no, it's not.
Jesse Hernandez.
Same one. Sam, Edwin, all talking amongst themselves, all fine. Chris Harris, nice to see you guys back. We congratulate on over 20k subscribers as well. Thanks, man. Took a long time to go over that, I tell you. Gabriel Gutierrez,
Slow
what's up,
down.
guys? How
Slow
you
down.
doing? Hello, birthday boy here. How you doing? Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, man.
Unix Corps, hey there, Alex and Gio. Great to see you. Great to see you too. Uh, what's up, Sam, Gabriel, Cole. How you doing, man? Yo, yo, yo. Critical Mass. What's up, everybody? Colin Hurd, welcome back. Again, talking amongst yourselves, all fine. Yeah, my buddy has a three young'uns. House is
Yeah,
always full of the lurgy.
I know, man. I know. Problem is because I got
This,
like twin boys as well. It's like one fucking it's not for sale.
cheers,
One
McGee.
kid just gives it to the other kid, and then like they give it to their mum, and their mum gives it to the other kid, and then fucking one of them gives it to me. It just doesn't fucking go away.
Yeah,
But with any luck, it will ease off. Now that he's apparently you go through this. This is what happens when it's like your
yeah, yeah,
first
yeah,
one.
yeah.
It's like they bring home every virus and shit that probably you didn't catch when you were a kid. So
God. Oh, did you see that dinosaur thing I sent you?
yeah. I've seen it.
It was only one day apparently. So yeah, we'll look into that.
Yeah,
In
book it, man.
July. So yeah. Other than that, yeah. So we kind of all caught up with the. Oh yeah, there you go. Knight, how you doing, man?
Hello.
Might have skipped some comments there. I hope not. Duck Rogers, what's up, lads? Good to see you back. Actually, I did. I had a sinus infection a few weeks ago. Geo fucked me up for two
Yeah,
or
it's
three
funny that you
weeks.
say that because I had that's what I had. I had a sinusitis infection. Um, sort of yeah, that was a bit that was a bit nasty, man. I had to get on. I've been on like 3 different courses of antibiotics, but you know, a lot of the times it's just I say you don't even want to go on them either. That's the worst part about it. You know what I mean? It's like at the
Yeah, they
moment
fuck
with
with your
the
stomach
doctors and
pretty
stuff,
much.
it's all like because you don't see them very often because it's not like oh you can check back next week and all that. It's all very much like let's just give you the antibiotics just in case this gets worse and you can't get an appointment. So it's one of them ones. My wife is obviously
Yeah,
working, doing what she does for a living. She's very much like anti all of that. So she's like, you should be taking that. You should be fucking taking that.
yeah,
She's not great. But yeah, man, I'll be all good. Get a fucking trim this weekend. Got to start smashing the gym. I got a holiday coming up and going away
I
soon.
need to get a
So
haircut. I'll tell you that.
it's time to start
I need to
getting
get
on
a
it.
haircut. I'll tell you that. Sorry, I have to pop over before you head off. Do you find yourself buying older pieces because of how crazy prices are? I recently picked up Sideshow Iron Man comic with the flag. It's a nice piece. Um,
Very nice.
I've been buying older pieces actually, and I bought an old Wolverine, and I bought a couple of the Deadline. So yeah, I've been buying some older pieces, and I do find that because you can get some really good deals out there, some really good deals. So I mean, it's definitely worth looking into older pieces. 100%.
It's just so like shipping and
Yeah,
taxes.
poor
It's
art
just
statue
so
collector. His place is so small. We should do a GoFundMe for him a bigger place. Yeah, I think he like we did a live stream, and I think he made a comment about it not being big enough, and I'm just like, bro, this is like bigger than the fucking house I'm building on you know. So I don't have no sympathy for you. Uh,
yeah.
Kill it with good old whiskey. Talking about Will. Yeah. Uh, I'm impressed being awake and watching little boy. He's growing up, guys. Uh, Jim. Some people hope you get better soon. Geo antibiotics by itself is tough. Alex, do you speak Thai yet? No, no Thai, no Thai. Geo. So yeah, just going through the comments quickly. Massive congrats, gentlemen, on the 20k sub. It's been a minute. Well deserved. The first group I ever joined, and you're both still 100%. Thanks, man. Totally
Thanks, man.
appreciate
God
that.
bless you.
Yeah, it took a long time to get there, and 19 to 20 took well long. It took
Yeah, but we're
so,
not like
so long.
it's really difficult because we don't get all the current stuff in. And basically,
Yeah,
if you want your numbers to if you want your numbers to continually growing, you have to stay. You have to really stay
current, yeah,
current. You really do.
sure.
Like if for subscribers and shit. That for me. That's why the cats that get their shit for free and don't tell anybody like upsets me like so much as it does is because there's a lot of pressure on like collectors,
Mm,
especially if you want to start a channel to like to keep up.
to keep
And
it, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
just don't think people understand or appreciate. Like they don't give a shit really. These lot don't give a shit. But
Mm,
you should remember that. Like like it's a really expensive game, and if you want to like get your shit, like you want to get some things up and stuff, you want to get like you want to get numbers. You've got to get shit in. You've got to get it in fast, which
morning,
is
Tyler.
it's like back in the day, like it was all a lottery about who got shit first. But now the
Yeah,
same cats who get it all for free all
yeah,
get
yeah,
it
yeah.
quickest. They all got it
Exactly.
first. So there's no point. So they basically have the
Yeah,
numbers,
yeah, yeah,
and then they have the piece, and they get the first review out like a week or two before anybody's got it. It's the same same characters over and over again, and
yeah.
it's a bit like then that doesn't help no one. Like a new collector
No,
that may like buy something with his hard-earned money has every entitlement to get that in as well and do a video and get some following and some subs first, but they don't do it. It's like fucking it's like bullshit.
for
So
sure.
it's sort of like I'm actually quite proud that we've
Yeah,
that we have the numbers that we have, considering that we basically what was the last like current? I mean, Jesus, I get current pieces in, and we don't even review them. I got Apocalypse in when it
yeah.
first came
And
out.
a
Didn't
chance.
review it. I got Dark Side in when it first came out. Didn't review it. It would have been a bad review, but I must have got like about maybe 5 or 6 brand new pieces in
Doomsday
and
as
didn't
well.
do that. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. Doomsday.
Doomsday. Yeah. I think Doomsday come
That
in
was
and
quite
I
delayed.
sold it.
You got that. Yeah, no, you got that quite delayed, I think.
Yeah. I
Uh,
was waiting for the shipping price to fucking
Great to
drop
see you
off.
guys back. Have you heard anything on Moducade shipping lately? Wondering if it sped up. Last one's I ordered took a year and a half. Yeah, it's the same with
Shit.
the kind of
Fuck,
statue
that's
thing
fine.
at the moment,
It's hard.
where some of the newer orders are going through quicker than the older orders. It's just unfortunate, really. But yeah, they have sped up because they got massive factory now. Rad, how you doing? Good day, lads.
Okay.
Great to see you back. Well, there's also so talking about kind of like subscribers and stuff like that. It's actually quite funny to see because I did a live chat with Art the other day, and it was a lot of names I've never seen before. A lot of names I've never seen before. So yeah, it was a lot of kind of different
Yeah, new blood,
viewers there.
man. A lot of new
Yeah,
guys. That's it.
yeah. So love you guys and bless you and yours. Thanks, man. Gripper, 100% facts. And Geo, Shane von Liechtenstein. What's up, Alex and Geo? Good to see you boys back. Sup Shane. So yeah, that's all there.
Yeah,
Should we just go
relax.
straight into the? Yeah, we got quite a lot of older module case in November, and said it should get to me in June.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I mean, as long as they inform you how long it's going to be, and I mean, if you get stuff which is
Thing is
kind
with
of out
that,
of the
man,
box,
I'm still an advocate for like fucking just getting somebody in to build you the shit. Like honestly, like
mm,
that long a delivery, I could have somebody come in and just build the whole fucking thing in that time
yeah,
and have it all set up, painted, new, done well before that deadline. It's very
yeah,
hard, like
yeah,
to wait that kind of time when you've sort of got the readies, you're ready to spend the money to buy the like to set up your room, and it's all a bit like that's a bit long. I think things should be like 30 days.
yeah.
I think 30 days, any more than that is too long.
Well, I don't know. They God, mate, it's all handmade and stuff. Not Statue of Lage, are you going to watch the Plant versus Benavides fight?
I'm not sure. I've lost a little bit of an appetite for combat sports over the last couple of months. It's really hard to get excited about things at the minute with the sort of fights that are going on. I saw Jones come back for MMA, which was nice to see, but I was a bit gutted because
Yeah,
I watched the Shevchenko fight. Did you see it, Al?
yeah. She got choked out.
Yeah. Fucking, she just looked like she aged 10 years. Like, age has caught her.
Mm,
She looked really off it, like really off it.
yeah,
And I mean, she's a fucking sniper. It was
yeah.
and then the same with boxing, this Tyson Fury and Usyk thing is just fucking well annoying. Wilder still fighting nobodies and everyone
Well, it's
talking about it.
just
It's annoying. It's really hard. Like boxing wise, it's quite tough at the minute. And people like Jake Paul and all that, them KSI guys, they're just killing that. They're killing the sport. So it's hard for me to be up
yeah,
for it at the minute.
yeah,
It really is.
yeah.
Watching
Not
him
good
get
at
done
all.
by Fury was hilarious. Though,
Just got the promo on Jungle Predator.
go on. Jesus,
Sorry, just
bring
got the
out chaos.
Jungle promo on Jungle 100. Happy only cost me $3,500. Is that Aussie dollars or USD? Jesus. Evening, gents. Good to see you both back on the channel. How you doing, Stuart? Hope you're well. Yeah, I mean, what was I going to go back to? Oh yeah, there you go. Prices are just ridiculous right now, almost priced out of the game. I just bought the John
Yeah,
Claude Van Damme Bloodsport 1/3 scale from PCS, and that's probably going to be it until PCS shows a up and coming 1/4 Rocky Line. Yeah, prices are getting insane, absolutely insane. I can't justify spending that money at all. I just literally look at it and I'm like, all right, that's $1,000, and then to get that in my hand is going to be another eight or whatever $100. Someone messaged me today to say that they got Ghostface by PCS and something else, and it had cost them like 1,400 just in shipping and fees for two pieces. And I'm just like,
but this is what
oh,
that's just money that's just money that's in the air. That's nothing you can show. That's when it starts to become a
Ghostface
real problem.
and Leatherface by PCS.
And you're talking about that goes on the piece. You're never ever getting
Yeah,
that
yeah,
back. Never ever in a million years. You buy two pieces and you add $1,400 to the pair of them. So just like say 700 each. Dude, 700 each.
yeah,
That's lunacy. Like on top of the retail price. That's crazy. You're never gonna get that money. That's gone.
yeah.
That's
It's insane.
it's in the vortex,
Absolutely
man. That's
insane.
finished.
All
Ah,
right,
you are.
let's move on to yeah,
That
that's full
wasn't the
screen.
first
Yeah.
script I
Oh,
sent you,
actually,
so clearly this is in an order.
no, they don't come to me in the order you send them. They come to me in the order they kind of load as you send them. So it goes all over the place, and I've
Wonderful.
had to move them. Is that better or worse?
I don't care. But nah, the other way's better because you're out of the way. We're out of the way there.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let me just open that back up. Yeah, it's all over the place when they open up. It's horrible. So when you do it, I have to go through all of the pictures and like kind of sort them and whatever else. Uh, Sorry, let me just go through that. Do you guys think Sideshow will do a Moon Knight, given the fact they are starting to take chances?
I
I
really
think
don't see why not.
I mean, I don't think the TV show did well enough for them.
Yeah, it's all about the popularity of the characters. You know what I mean? If you know, I'm really happy that they've done a penguin. I'm really pleased about
Yeah,
that they've done that because it's like him and Riddler and Two Face. They're just like they're staples, man. They should be done.
Ra's al
They
Ghul,
should have
yeah,
been done 10 years ago, and they should have been done again
yeah.
since probably. But I'm glad that he's coming. It looks good as well. So you
Australian
know,
dollars
maybe. I mean,
have
if the
our
show
DX
picks up, or
$6,000.
are they going to
Six
are they
thousand.
going to do another series of that Moon Knight? If it gets more popular, definitely could
I think they're
happen.
doing a second series, but the first series was pretty shit. That new Sideshow Penguin, which looks nice, is going for $700. That's more than the last named statue they did. Okay. Dante Dis, what's going on? How you doing, man? Good to
Yo.
see you. And there you go. Go on then. Fire away.
Okay, so this is the ATF one. This is like what it comes in like sort of two compartments. So there you get the base and the Lady Death bit. I thought this was really cool because this is like um this base. If you go back to the last picture, you see that triangle that's like the big triangle that's on the first photo. No. So you
This.
see that up there, that part of the base, yeah. So that goes into that little gap if you don't want to put like Death on there, if you just want Thanos to be on
Oh,
there.
okay. Yeah.
And it's really funny because that top of that base is the depiction that's on the floor in Guardians of the Galaxy when he picks up the orb.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So when he's in the chamber getting the orb, and that guy, I
Yeah.
can't remember what his name is, the black guy who's in like fucking Blood Diamond and all that,
Gladiator and
and his minions come in and they have a
yeah.
fight and he kills two of them and then fucking shoots the other one and sort of like picks it off the ground. And as he picks it off the ground, there's a depiction on the ground on the stones, and
Yeah.
that depiction is of like um, it's basically a lot of like eternity, Mistress Death, and all these other people like trying to take the stones,
Yeah.
and that's what it depicts on the front of it, which is just really really cool. So then that
Oh,
little
okay.
nod to Guardians, I've really appreciated, considering that's the first
Yeah,
time
I
we
didn't
really
know
see
that. That's quite
Thanos in
cool.
the MCU. That's the first real Thanos, show.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, done. Probably a little bit
Oh,
too
number
dark for
50 or
me.
50.
Yeah, I got the last one. This is the comic book version, so it's like the blues are slightly lighter, and she's like, yeah, so you can see.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah, so you like across
sorry,
the
you got
base, you've
quite
got like the Avengers. So like that's like Iron Man, which is like
right, man.
fossilized, which I really like. It's like a fossilized sort of in the stone, and then the bones are sort of in with it. It just looks really fucking cool. So they did that, and then they got like
Yeah.
Thor.
Doctor
So that's
Strange, is that?
Doctor Strange. Yeah, it's Doctor Strange with his cape coming through in his arms. And then
In
that's
America.
Captain America coming through there as well. And then you've got Thor's in there and Spider. That's Thor.
Thor.
It's hammered, so you can see the hammer sticking out of his handle there.
Yeah.
They're all holding up the base that Thanos is
Spider Man.
standing on. That's a Spider-Man one. I didn't,
It
no one really
reminds me of
showed
that
them
cover.
what
Yeah. It reminds me of that cover I told you, where
coming out
he's
the grave.
holding Surfer by the back of the head. Is literally all of the characters at the back of the
Ah,
picture
yeah,
got dead.
yeah. Just need Wolverine really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, you're right. So that's the body there.
Yeah, so
Really
that's the
good there.
Mistress
I
Death one.
love the texture.
Yeah, it's like all fully sculpted and stuff, with the skull belt and all that, and it's got in there all that sort of is all sculpted in. It's like skulls and bits and pieces all over there. It just looks amazing. Someone who made this like project, who did this, knows the character very, very well and put a lot of love into the detailing. So you get loads of heads. I think you get 4 heads with her. So you get like
Yeah,
the skeleton head, you get like the beautiful face where she's looking forward, like at you, and then you've got like the beautiful face that's like half skeleton,
half and half.
half like the change. She's like
Yeah,
changing,
yeah.
and then
Like
you've
a
got
smirky.
yeah, you've got,
Not
but
really.
one of them the head is turned to the left, to the right, maybe. The other one's head on. So that's the one where
Yeah.
she's turning. So when you put that on, she's like across him like that, which is the look I like.
But Thanos only has one head.
Yeah, Thanos. Yeah, he has one head. Yeah,
Okay.
no switches out with him, so no seams on him anywhere, which is good.
Yeah, that's good. The hood
But
there
yeah,
is
she's
really
the
nice.
yeah, detail on it's really good, man. You know,
And
could
then
work on
do you
her
get
hands.
like do you get skeleton hands as well, or just hands?
Nah, nah, just get the normal hands.
Okay. You love doing that. You love doing that picture, don't
I do. It's one of my favourites. That one.
you?
It's heavy as well. He's
Yeah.
proper heavy.
Oh, this was clever. This was clever.
Yeah, it's just like
This,
how the light works in his like gauntlet. So you stick
yeah.
that sort of when you pull his his glove off, where it's just the stub is there. It just goes in there like that. You just turn it on
Oh,
like a torch and stick
you
it.
missed an opportunity there.
Well,
I thought you were going to say
nub.
nub.
Yeah.
You missed
So
out, man.
you
You missed that.
stick it in there and you put the glove over the top. And the
Yeah.
light's actually really it's really nice because it's not really overpowered. It's not like flying out of there. And that's obviously him doing the snap, which is really well done.
Hmm.
And they're all the
That's
stones.
a very
So
nice piece. I'm glad you didn't listen to me now.
I don't listen to you. You say you don't like it. It makes me want to buy it more because I think, yeah, you don't fucking have a clue.
Well, no, the first picture you sent me, it looked like shit. So
Yeah, but you got to look harder.
that's why
You
that
don't
guy
really
couldn't
know
say
fuck
it.
all about Thanos either. So like, I wouldn't trust you to be able to do that. You wouldn't know.
No, no.
So you need to, if you're like, if you're a fan of this character, you spot things and you start looking. What's that? That's like, what is that? What's going on there? So this is like an amalgam of detail, and that this piece itself, like the Thanos himself that is Infinity. That's from the Infinity Run, the
Yeah,
Hickman Infinity Run. That's exactly the Thanos, and the head is almost the portrait is taken right off the cover of that Midtown one. Where he's holding the Hulk up in the air,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you've got all the bones, the graves, like you got Captain America, Spider Man, all the heads like on fucking spikes,
Yeah, but
and
wasn't
he's
the
holding
first
the
picture
Hulk
you
up.
sent me? The first picture you
Yeah.
sent me was the other version, and you cut off the whole base. Like the person cut off
I
the whole
didn't cut off.
base.
That's the picture I had. I didn't cut nothing
No, I know,
off.
but that's what you sent me was a picture of the
Yeah.
other version
Again,
of
like
him,
I say, you've got to
and
know
then
what
it
you're
had
looking at. You don't look at that Thanos and know that armor is from the Infinity Run. That's why the hand is blue like that. The right hand. The gauntlet
yeah,
itself is proper OG George Perez Infinity Gauntlet run. So that's a
yeah, but
mix already. They don't
was
go
that the
together. They
same?
what?
Was that the same Thanos in the first picture? Because I thought it was the other Thanos.
What?
Or am
You're
I
talking
talking
about?
shit? Because there's a movie version.
Of what?
Wasn't the first picture you sent me of the movie version?
Yeah, but it's the same Thanos. It's just the blues are darker.
Oh, okay,
And
okay,
her in the movie version, her thing is like black, and in
yeah,
the comic version, it's like a purple.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's just the colors that are slightly different. But and then you look at her, and the way that she looks is the way that like she appears in some of the pictures of Rising. Thanos Rising or
yeah.
Rises. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Rising. But
How
that's
tall
just
is it?
right off. The figure itself is around um from head to toe is around 20 inches, which makes him, I think, around 6'7", 6'6", 6'7". So maybe just over,
Mm,
which is the right height for comic book Thanos. That's the thing. XM Thanos is
yeah, yeah,
22 inches tall. From its foot to his head is 22 inches. He's overscaled. I'm talking about the first one, the one that I have. That one's
yeah, yeah.
overscaled. And then the one that on the throne is like 30 inches. That one's like a 12, 13, 14-foot Thanos. That's not how big, that's not his size. So, like I
Yeah,
said,
he's massive.
the size of it is right. It's the right size for the character. Believe it or not, he's not like he's only about the same size as Thor. I think he's an inch taller than Thor. That's it. He's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
13 feet or
Oh,
10 foot tall or any of that. That's what I'm talking about. The MCU thing gets people confused, but he ain't that big, man.
well, that's the problem that Jay has at the moment is people are saying how he should be making it bigger and bigger and bigger, and he's just like, should I make it bigger? And I'm like, you need to talk to George. I told him, I sent him your way. I said, talk to George because he knows more about it, and I know Thanos isn't
I
as
think he
tall as
did
people are
reach
saying
out to
on his
me. He did
posts.
ask me. He asked me about how the sizes, like how it sort of looked like, and we did talk
Yeah,
about it. And at the end of the day, if he wants them all to look a certain way in a line, then he has to make the decision. It's the same thing with this. If you
sure.
put this next to Tarax, I think Tarax looks bigger. because
Yeah.
it's got like Thanos has got that really big base, and then he's on top of it. And although he will stand out as the biggest, there's the rest of it. So you can see them
Yeah.
like reaching for it in there. But Thanos, the thing is like Thanos is like 27 inches in total, like in the whole piece, and Terax is probably like 26 and a half, right? But Terax's base is like about an inch and a half, and Thanos is around 6 inches.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So if you put them together, you're going to get this.
Yeah.
Oh, Terax is much bigger. You get what I'm saying? But it doesn't really work that way. It's not really how
Yeah.
it works.
That's nice. Well,
But yeah, man.
there's like a sugar skull there or something.
Yeah, it's got all them sort of things on it.
It's like
It's
a
really
part
cool.
there. There looks like almost like a sugar skull.
Mm.
And there. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Anything you want to
I'd
add to that one?
recommend them.
It's a
Pardon?
really nice piece, actually. Yeah. I know I said, was there anything you want to add on the end?
No. Like I say, it's in terms of sizes, that's what I hear a lot. It's like, oh, they needed to make it bigger, but really, the person that made it obviously knows what they're doing with in terms of the scale of Thanos. And this is the thing, it's actually quite hard to fuck scale up. You shouldn't really fuck it up. People do it all the time, but you really shouldn't be able. You shouldn't be able to fuck it up. It's very easy.
Well, I guess the thing with comics as well is especially, certain characters, I mean, they're drawn differently throughout, history. So, unless it's
Alex,
someone
they're
like
drawn
Spider-Man,
differently throughout the entire. They're drawn differently from one panel to the next
yeah,
because you can't get perspective on a page. It's very difficult. So like there's pictures where like Red Hulk looks like he's about 47 foot tall, but that's because he's close, or they're trying to show something. It's a bit weird. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it's once you measure it. I mean, was it 20 inches works out as 80 inches, right?
yeah.
So 20 inches, simple math, times it by 4, you get 80 inches. How tall? Type now. How tall is 80 inches? Right now. How tall are you if you're 80
You
inches
need
tall?
to calm down, calm down.
I'm just curious. I want to
80
know the answer to
inches
this
in
question.
feet is 6'6.5".
6'6.5". Now, what does Marvel
Oh,
say that Thanos?
wait. No. It won't be 6'6". It'll be, yeah. It'll be probably about 6'7" or 6'8", but the way that works
Right,
out.
so let's just say 6'6.5". Let's just go with what it actually says it is. How tall is Thanos meant to be? Type it in. Thanos, Marvel Comics, height. How tall is he? Let's have a look.
6'7".
Huh?
6'7".
6'7". There's your answer.
So,
He's six
yeah,
six and a half, 6'7", and he's meant to be 6'7". It means it's in scale. Unfortunately, people
yeah.
have other Thanoses or other pieces and think, fuck, it should be bigger. But that's not the problem.
Yeah, of course. How's it going, Les?
Yo,
Yeah, no. Then we have the High Elven Warrior. This is from Dark Side Collectors. It's just a tease at the moment, and there'll be more
that looks like the
coming
fucking
from that.
Maven I just fought in fucking God of War.
I need to get on that big time. Need to get on that big time.
I
Oh,
just had
these
to
are
kill a
the so
berserker before I come on with you, man. And I was like, it took me about 25 minutes to do it. Oh god, I was like fucking
did you do
pissed.
it?
Yeah,
You done him. Nice.
it's really funny
Uh,
because I wasn't close for about the first like 7 or 8 times that
yeah,
I fought him, and then I got really close to killing him, and then he obviously killed me by using my resurrection stone thing, and then managed to do him. But like he was like I wasn't anywhere near it. Like if he had like 8 bars of health, I was like 5 bars in and dying. It's like how the fuck? I'm only like level 5 at the moment, so like this is like
yeah.
halfway to how badass he can be. But still, some of these bosses are tough in this game, much tougher than the first one.
Yeah, but some of them are you like meant to do it now or later kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, these are all side quests, what I'm doing at the minute, so I'm probably ahead of schedule. I should probably leave these fucking graves alone.
Yes,
Like, if I
indeed.
bump into them, I want to fight them and see how good they are. I watch
Yes.
people online, and it makes me feel bad about myself.
Oh yeah, that was the same thing when you watch people online when you were like when you first met all the Valkyries and stuff like that, and people were just fucking destroying them. Not
Yeah.
getting hit and stuff like that. It's like, fuck you, kind of thing. Geo, how do you feel about Miss Marvel having almost the same power level as Thanos after touching a blue stone? Thanos amassed his powers and skills over hundreds of thousands of years. I was debating with a friend,
Is is this like
so I'm assuming that's
is
already
this
comical.
yeah, but is this Miss Marvel having this power now, or is this like, back in the day? Because there's something that I think we all need to remember is retrospective judging, which unfortunately we do with everything. At the moment, like people are apologizing for jokes they said 25 years ago, and people are being cancelled for shit that they thought or said or made films about or whatever. Have to be very careful with sort of stuff like that. So, when I think when we read comics in the 90s, they had to I think they had to do a bit more of a build. I think there had to be more of a patience. Like it was all like cliffhangers to the next episode, and that's what I remember a lot of. Power took time to
Yeah,
amass. It took, they made you feel like, the villains had to be like super clever, like super smart. They need. Oh, now in the movies, yeah, fuck that. That's bollocks. Fuck all that. That's like shit my
yeah.
hands and clap with that. That's fucking not even worth me talking about. I mean, yeah, I think I don't know about you, but like when I'm watching like stuff, today, even with my son who's like 4, right? He'll be like, and I know he's 4, but he'll be like, I don't want to listen to the talking. I want to get to the bit, and I have to say to him, you have to listen. This is a story. I understand that you like, and I'm not talking about something deep, like fucking something like, he's watching fucking Departed. I'm talking about any old shit, even kids stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
He wants to get to where it's busy, and it's a bit like I think that today it's like about keeping people's attention. Like you got to like grab them and shake them constantly. Like look at this. Like let's stay stimulated.
yeah, yeah.
And it's a bit like well, let's fucking calm down. Back in the day, we things built, suspense built, power built. It took time, and you really wanted to see that journey. You were just like, fuck, I want to see that. I want to see how he
Yeah.
got that, how he did that. And I think we all appreciated in the end seeing a little bit of that. Like when even in the MCU when Thanos came
Well, it
into
was
play, you got a good backstory, you got a good build, you got a good purpose, and you sort of went, hey, they fucking did pretty well with that. That's pretty good going.
well, I mean, at the time in the 90s when they did the crossover, and I mean, it was a big thing, the whole crossover with
Mm.
Thanos. So yeah, it took time to build up, and it took a lot of comics. I can't remember how many it was, and it was smart because it made you buy a lot of comics you didn't want. A lot of
Yeah, so,
runs you weren't going to buy normally. Same with the Maximum Carnage as well. It was all in all the Spider-Man ones that you weren't buying
yeah, Web of
to try and get you to
Spider-Man,
be buying them.
Spectacular
So
Spider-Man,
yeah, a fatal
Gwen Fuck
attraction. You
Spider-Man #4.
um, then these are basically just to remind me to talk about already when I went
As
to
awake.
Kuwait, and
Yeah,
these were
yeah,
actually the
there.
two pieces that stood out the most for me. So this is the Claymore piece, which is absolutely stunning. I did start watching the anime now. It's quite interesting. It does remind me quite a bit of Witcher, but I've only seen a couple of episodes. But yeah, this piece absolutely amazing. Really, really nice piece.
Looks
And then
like
the other
crazy. It
piece
looks like
was
a crazy bit of work.
it's really
That one.
nice. It's
That
really,
just
really
looks
nice.
nuts. That looks
And
so
it's one
fucking
of
good.
it's one of those things that when you see something and it makes you want to go away and watch the anime or read the manga about it, to find out more. They've done their job, when it
Right,
does that,
yeah, definitely.
and I
That's a
think
great shout. That's a great shout. Still tell
mm,
Jenny that you told
and
me that it was
I went away and
Castlevania. We got
fuck
Netflix
off.
the other day, and I put like I was flicking through, and Castlevania was on. I said, Jen, this is what Alex said would be all right for Jules to watch. She'll watch the first couple of minutes. And the first couple of minutes is like Bat's head's being cut off, blood going everywhere, and she went, "Fucking hell!" I was like, "I know."
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember it being that bad. And the other one there was the the James Sunderland versus the Pyramid Head. So from Silent Hill, this piece is
This is
really really nice.
terrifying to me. This is like Hellraiser,
Yeah,
fucking terrifying like shit to me.
it is. It is, and then because this was on display in Kuwait, they weren't allowed to display certain parts of it because one of them had like a cock and one of them had like a vagina on it. But
Yeah,
literally, it's
I
one of
saw the
those.
pictures.
It's one of those.
You posted
Yeah,
them.
I've
They
got
were
the
really funny.
pictures. Yeah, I've got the pictures, and I mean, the thing is about it is like, they gave me the piece and they're like, oh, can you see why we can't display it? Maybe it's the same thing as why I said your son can watch Castlevania, but I'm like, no, I can't see it. But it does look, painted in a certain way and whatever else. Then
You
Shanab was
can't see
like,
why that's
can't,
probably best not to have that displayed.
well, he goes, can't you see the penis on the top? And I'm like, yeah, but no, you said it, but, I wasn't really looking at it. And also, when you put the cage over it, it's quite hidden, you
Yes,
know.
yes, yeah. Looks
And
better
also,
there.
but the paint on these base parts are really, really nice. And also, I played this game when it came out. I really do not remember. I don't remember this, and I don't remember that as well. When there's like a vagina on the fucking woman dancing around. When I was that age, I probably just thought it was a fucking sheet over her, like she was like a fucking ghost or
It's
something.
funny because I did I did one of those tests once,
Yeah,
and I had to lie through so much of it
yeah,
because all I kept doing was vaginas, like most of the time.
yeah.
It was like I felt like I was like in analyze that. Was I look like a pussy with teeth?
But I mean, like, again, it's the same thing when they said, yeah, it's a vagina, and I'm like, well, yeah, but come on, man. And
It
then I
definitely
think
do. It looks like a vagina with a pair of tits either side of it.
well, I said to like shut up, I think in the video, I'm like, can you make me a silicon one? He goes, what, life size? I go, no, that size will do. That'll
Funny
do the
because
job. A little,
I showed Jenny and she
yeah,
couldn't see it,
yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
that's probably a good thing. You ain't seen loads of vaginas. That's probably helpful.
uh, People don't want to read the character's backstory. We really got engaged
Yeah,
with
man,
our
we were
heroes and
totally
villains stuff
invested,
for
man.
sure.
We were totally
Uh,
invested for sure. We'd argue.
a
Me
lot
and
of films
Alex
these
used to.
days are more
Me and
preaching
Alex
the
used to get on the
message.
train. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, horror piece for sure. This piece,
You know
I'd
my
love to
favorite.
have it
You know
with
my
my
favorite thing that
collection.
my son
Yeah,
says to me when I read him a story. So I read him a story every night, right?
but
So I read him like a bedtime story, and every time if he's awake, every time he'll say to me, "Dad, what's the moral of this story?" It's like one of my favorite things because
mm,
then me and him have like a 5-10 minute chat about it, and I fucking love it. It's like the best thing ever. Like, what am I meant to learn from reading that? I read him chicken licking once, and he asked me. That was really funny. You ever read that story?
you
I
telling me
gave that
about that
to
fucking
you.
you told me to read that bad story because it's like, yeah, God,
It's
chicken
fucking funny.
licking and fucking what's that stupid fucking ducking or something stupid.
Co- Cocky
But no,
locky,
I
cocky
remember you
locky,
telling me
cocky
as well
locky.
about Cocky Locky does it. Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
funny.
I remember you telling me about how you had a conversation with your son about how he said that a T Rex would beat Talos, and then
Yeah,
you had a big
probably.
argument with him, and then you realised you ain't had enough sleep.
Yeah, it's probably best to leave that alone.
There you go. It's a really nice piece. Really nice piece. I actually watched this film the other day. It was Mary was
Still
watching it.
think I've seen it once, but I want to watch it again. I
It's
liked
not
it.
bad. It's not
I really
bad.
liked it. It was my third favorite. Like when I watched it the first time, I was like, "Yeah, this jumps right up." I
Yeah,
mean, it's right up there with Salvation. I don't know if it beats it. I have to watch it again because I like Salvation. I'm a fan of Salvation for sure.
Salvation. The sound is very very good in Salvation. Like the
I
explosions and
just like
the
Salvation,
it's got
man.
this
For
like
me, it goes
like,
1, 2, Salvation. Like I have to see Dark Fate again, but definitely that's in the conversation there for sure.
mm. There's some really stupid parts in it. There's some crap parts where he's talking about how something about wallpaper in a kid's room or something, and he's talking about putting butterflies and polka dots in it rather than that was a bit annoying. But it's
I like
there
where he
was some
kills
good
John
scenes.
Connor. I think that's done brilliantly
Yeah.
at the beach.
But there's a bit where
That's
I'm trying to
fucking
remember,
really brutal.
that's the
That, like, for
Terminator in
me,
that.
after seeing like Terminator and then seeing Terminator like 2, and like I said, like we talk about being invested,
Yeah,
like him being like there, like on the beach, like in some sort of bar or something, he just comes in and starts and just shoots him. It's
yeah,
fucking brutal as fuck, and you're just like, whoa, man, what the fuck? Just like
yeah.
crushes your childhood. That just like literally crushed my fucking younger years. I was like,
But that's
fucking
the
all the
thing as well, is
investment and making sure he doesn't die.
but that's the thing is he actually is the same one who killed him, isn't he? So basically, his mission is completed, and then it's still him.
Yes,
He
that's
goes off
right.
in the forest and fucks off. Yeah, but then you had the one before that, like Genesis, and I think Genesis started really well, and I like the way it started.
Bad casting in
Where,
that film. So you can't get
sorry,
past the casting. You can't get
well,
past the casting.
but up until the point where he runs into the car and she says, "Come with me, you want to live." That's where it goes downhill quite fast. But I don't like that guy either, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
Yeah,
like him.
I agree with
So
you.
yeah, it's
I
really
think
bad
the
casting.
casting on that film's all wrong. Even sometimes, even if the story's spot on, the writing's
Uh,
good. You know, if the casting's not right, it's a problem.
Dante's Inferno. I think you played that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Boss
Yeah,
fight was a giant vagina, and the end boss was Satan, and he had a huge floppy cock. I don't remember that.
I don't even.
Hey
I
guys, how you
don't
doing,
disagree
Brendan?
with him.
Uh,
Um,
nice Terminator bus, but I do prefer the young Arnold when he was in his prime in Terminator. I just watched a crazy old unboxing of you did for the OG Sideshow
Still
Gladiator
love
Hulk.
that
That's on
piece, man. Still love that piece. That's a
Gary
really nice
Speed or
piece.
whatever.
Still,
Wow. I'm a huge Terminator fan, hated Dark Fate. The way John so easily got terminated, basically pissed all over the first two movies, and it was woke as fuck.
was it woke?
Uh,
Really? Did I miss some stuff then? Because obviously the first time round, I might have just been too nostalgic to see.
well, it was a bit because of obviously it's all women, isn't it? And there's that woman who's quite androgynous. Um, so she kind of comes in. Um, I thought the Terminator was quite cool, though, the way that he has the liquid metal and the Terminator kind of elements on him,
Yeah,
and he kind of goes off into two people. I thought that was pretty cool. Some of the scenes on
yeah, I
that,
like that
but
as well. It's like Super
I guess
Neighbor, and
I
it's like
guess
they
the I guess the thing you have to do as well is you can't keep comparing it to number one and two. If you keep doing that, they're going to fail. It's the same with the Alien movies, the Predator movies, all those things. You know,
yeah.
the originals, the classics. Um, and I guess you just have to go
We're too
against
invested. We're too
what the
invested in it,
ones
to
were
be honest. We're
before. So
really invested
basically,
and well in love with those.
that
I
Genesis
would
one was
fight. I would
fucking
fight somebody that said to me that Punisher, like that Predator number one was like shit. I would like honestly in a bar we'd have a fight. I'd just fuck it. Let's go for that. I don't mind. I'd fight over that.
Prime on Terminator from the first movie looks good. One third, I think. Let's get through some of these. This looked great. This came out really well. I mean, the likeness of it. Obviously, it
It's
might not be the
terrifying.
version you want, but
So fucking
likeness
terrifying
is
to me. This.
ridiculous.
How fucking
Absolutely
good this looks.
ridiculous. Thanks, Michael Raven. Cheers, bro.
God bless you, man.
But yeah, it looks great. Then this is also the Infinity Studios. This is the Bale.
Something a bit kinky about
I
that.
sorry,
Something a bit kinky about this one.
really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's something like if you go back to the other picture, that face on him is a little bit. I just see American Psycho dressed up as Batman. I think
Yeah.
it's the face. I think it's what the
Well,
face he's making. I think it's a little bit. It's a little bit smirky. It's a little bit, you know, posing in
yeah.
the mirror job. It's like,
I saw
yeah,
the Anne Hathaway Catwoman by Infinity Studios, and it's really nice. Like I would never buy it, but the likeness
if
is
you were
crazy,
alone with that, what would you
really
do with it?
crazy.
No, no
I'd
one
come
had to
over her
know.
face, but she's got goggles. I put her goggles over her eyes and then do the bit. Yeah,
No, I'd get the hair. Just to fuck the statue up. Whoever owned it would be like, sorry about that. Like, what'd you do? I've been like
If she
fucking
had like a
straightening and
proper
combing her
couple
hair.
lips
I've got
as
loads
well,
of
that'd
product
be.
on.
I was saying about Mary, yeah, Jesus. But yeah, she has like big old lips as well. You kind of want that to be functional. For 4.5 grand you would anyway. But no, it was really nice. The only problem was it's maybe that's what Art was using it for because he had this white speckling on her forehead. But no, yeah, it looks cool. I think Art's got this on pre-order as well. This
It's really
is
nice.
then
It's not that bad.
the Samurai
Someone showdown.
Showdown Haimori. Haimuru. This looks really nice. This looks really cool.
This is Connecticut,
Yeah,
isn't it?
this Connecticut's, yeah. It looks like a very nice
And
piece.
they
Again, I
can hit
remember,
some winners,
yeah,
but they
I
just got to
remember
get
Samurai
stuff out and
Showdown
they just got to get moving.
from,
I remember this game. I remember loving this game
yes,
for like 5 minutes. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
I think they had it
You
in
see it, you
Coptal,
see
didn't
what
they?
I'm saying? Yes, we all know what we do.
We all know what we do with it, yeah.
Certainly you,
Dang,
Duck
dang,
Rogers,
Hanzo,
or
yeah.
should I call you Fuck Rogers?
But they had this, I think, in Coptal, in the swimming pool
Yes,
you used to go to,
yes.
and yeah, it was a very cool game.
I
But
remember
again,
playing
it
on it,
didn't
but
really
I was
take
being
off.
like, this is fucking awesome.
But a lot of the SNK stuff didn't take off in UK as much.
Nah, I just didn't know you're right.
I used to play a lot of it when I was in Spain. So like SNK, I think is all like Metal Slugs and stuff like that as well,
Yeah,
which I love Metal Slugs. This is just to remind me that they've told everyone, you know what, we did a translucent head, a resin head, and we're going to do another head, and we're going to send it out for free. So they're going to give everyone who ordered directly from Connecticut's a free head.
Pre what?
A free head.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically, everyone like they did like this translucent head, a resin
Hmm.
head, and basically they've done like a painted version, and they're just going to
Oh,
send it out to everyone who ordered directly from Connecticut's.
oh, cool.
Everyone's lying if they say they went to get a quick fill. Oh, on the room tour, I'm touching her face, I'm stroking her face and stuff. It was a bit creepy. I had to stop myself. Um, that's why they call me in the south of the border. uh, everyone's like, yeah, free head.
That's what I would just think. That's why I said what, and Alex just answered the question again, like some sort of gormless
Oh,
fucking clowns. That's all right.
oh man,
Free
I'm
head is a
tired.
every free head.
Legendary Beast. So you got the Iron Man, and what one do you think is the best one actually in hand at the moment?
Thor.
So you got like Magneto, Thor, Captain America. You could include
Was
Cyclops.
Thor was the best one.
Um, yeah,
Thor was the
I said
best.
Thor, and then they did like a little vote on Art's chat, and it came back as Magneto, and I'm like, fuck you all,
Ah, Magneto's
fucking
horrible.
amateurs.
I don't like that at all. The thing is with
uh,
this though, I've got a little bit of a problem here because
yeah,
Iron Man looks too big. Iron Man's too big.
I think it's the angle. I think he's tilted
Dude,
out a bit,
I don't
and
know what's
and his
going on
base
there,
is a
mate.
little bit
But
higher.
next to Captain America, he looks fucking bigger, and he ain't bigger.
Hmm.
He ain't bigger than Captain America. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He's like, what is he like? How tall is Iron Man? He's got to be like 6 foot, and he's like, I
Oh, I
think
don't
like
know.
Tony Stark's like 5'11" in the suit. He's like 6'1", 6'2". But I swear to God, Cap's like 6'4", 6'5".
Oh no, Cripple. I'm talking about the ones that are in hand, so not the ones in the picture. I was talking about the Captain America, the Magneto, the Thor,
Or
and you could have the
Cyclops.
Cyclops as well. Yeah, yeah. I think the Cyclops is the worst one for me.
Yeah, so it is the
Don't
worst
like
one.
it.
The Iron Man
Don't
looks
like it.
amazing to me. The Iron Man looks really, really
The
nice.
thing, the thing we said about like with Legendary Beast stuff is their stuff was getting better and better and better, and I do think the four for me is the best of the first wave. And then when they had that con in Philippines, they just showed like
Venom,
Venom,
Thanos, Hulk.
Thanos, Iron Man, Hulk, and it was just like,
Yeah,
whoa,
step up
these are
massive.
next level shit, man.
Yeah, they step
They've
right
turned up
up.
the fucking game big
They
time.
did.
So yeah, they're doing really well. Doing really well.
It's like that fucking girl at school, innit, that like comes in after the summer and all of a sudden has tits. You're like, look, fucking game's changed. Everything's changed. You know, puberty
Warden
happened.
saying,
Like now, everybody needs to focus.
I bought the Cyclops and the Magneto. They're the
Yeah,
two worst ones
not
for
our
me, I'm
favourite.
afraid.
Yeah, I've got to
They're
agree
the
with
t-
you. But maybe you're
uh,
X-Men collector, so you know
Actually,
it's really.
wait. Let me think. So I think for maybe Magneto, Captain America, Cyclops. That's my old. I think Cyclops is the worst for me. I don't like it. I think it just looks
Cyclops,
really awkward.
like Thor's, like Captain America's a simple design, but it's done very, very well.
Yeah,
There's something
but
off with Magneto. I don't like the way it's sort of leaning and it looks off to me. I'm not a fan. So
I just find the Captain America and the Cyclops are just too similar to the XM ones.
they blatantly are, yeah, they really are.
Yeah,
Certainly the Cyclops for sure.
Geo with the high
There's
school
Sentinel
throwback.
Liberty vibes that.
Geo, would you get the Legendary Beast Thanos?
Nah, dude, I don't collect 1/3 scale pieces. I do really like it though. They've done a really outstanding job with it. So you know, if I collected
Mm.
1/3, I would definitely be all over it. If there was any Thanos I was going to buy, it would be that one. But I mean, fucking hell, I've got 4 Thanoses at the moment. I didn't need this fucking one.
Sorry, I just want to say that
Oh,
Iron Man
that's
looks
really nice.
awesome, but what the fuck is going on with that Hulk in the background?
I have no idea. It's horrendous though.
That is really bad. Look,
Yeah, that's not looking
wow,
too
that's
good.
terrible. That's really bad. But that looks cool. That reminds me again of the kind of
Arctic
style
Punch.
of the old Comiket, the old Comiket as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How you doing? The collector's
Yo,
table. How's it going? XM had torso leg proportion issues. Plus, I like, yeah, they did. I think they did, but the problem was is they took the reference from somewhere and then they tried to make it so that the torso could change and they fucked the legs up a little bit. Um, Hulk cheers. Yeah. As I say, remove elbow flaps. Taking a huge dump. Looks like modern day Stallone as the Hulk. Yeah, that looks really nice. Very classic.
a lot of
Very, very
options
cool.
with it. There's a lot of options like
Uh,
switch out. Like
what do you think of the XM Nova?
horrible.
Horrible.
I think it's horrible.
I don't think it's horrible. I mean, I've seen it in
No,
person.
it's fucking. It's an NBA
I think
Jam
it's
slam fucking dunk fucking pose. It's a
all
horrible
right. You
pose.
just took that one off a fucking
Listen,
comic.
they want to hear a real opinion, employee. They don't want to hear your shit, so don't get on here being all protective about it. It's shit out. It's a
No, I've seen it in
terrible pose.
person, and
Our direction is terrible on that piece, and the worst part about it is that like it really needs a change of torso. But now because they've done that weird thing with the legs, there's nothing you can fucking do with it. It's absolutely. It's just like I don't know that there's something just wrong with that. There's something just not right with it as well. Because also once you put that in with your collection, I don't know if he's high enough to be doing that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
You want like if you're gonna have a statue that's doing that kind of pose, right? You want that statue, the base to be sort of here, and then something to be sort of going, I don't know, maybe even 6 to 8 inches up, and then the figures at the top of it. But it's not really, it's quite a short base, and then it's right do it, it just will look weird. You put it in with your pieces, it'll be like, what's he doing? What's
yeah.
happening?
XM started out as Big Bowens, and now Legendary Beast is a really Big Bowens.
That's funny.
He's heated up statue habit. Okay, that Nova's going to look great
There we go, yeah.
when I put a
Yeah.
basketball in his hand.
Paint the fucking thing of
um,
basketball.
Using Legendary Beast looks very Bowen style. Nice throwback to simpler statue. That's not a bad thing to say
No, it's not an insult,
statues.
no.
It's not.
People
It
might
is a
think of it,
compliment.
but as a comic book fan, it's not.
Yeah, yeah. Great to see the boys back. How you doing, Nathan? Good to see you.
Yo,
Um, yeah, there you go. Different head.
that's my favourite one.
This
That
then
one.
was some of
That's my
the
favourite one.
teases they did with their Wolverine.
Okay.
Eric, XM is dropping the ball in a little basketball there.
Yeah, very nicely played, sir. Nicely played.
Well played. Well played. These are some of the teasers they put out for the Wolverine. So yeah, hopefully we'll see more of that soon. They've got a
Awesome.
convention coming up, a big one soon. So I'm assuming this will be there. Got the
Can't wait
bone
to
there
see.
with some of the kind of hair coming through.
Nice.
Zinga Z. This is Josh Nizzi. I don't like some of his concept stuff. I think that when you invest in something like this, and I've seen the Justice Buster now, and when you look at his Evangelion stuff, it's like it's nice, but then it's a bit like if you're going to invest that much space in something, you kind of want it to be true rather than it be this stylized version of it. I don't
I
know.
don't know, man. I don't think you can say that really because let's be honest, that's what XM do.
Yeah, I guess.
They do these big masterpiece line statues, but I mean, they've got their own style into all of them. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, if you want a true like a true, you got to like be a bit. I don't know, just cutting your nose off to spite your face there, really.
Oh, NBA Jam quote. That's why. Sorry. We over in the UK again at that time. We never really. It wasn't like
Yeah,
basketball was
cheating.
never
Well
really
done.
big,
Yeah.
but that game on NBA Jam was huge over here.
Massive.
So big. It's on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the Mazinga. These are the Battletoad pieces, which I don't think these look good at all. I think these look a mess. They're meant to be quarter scale, but I think they look a little bit small. But I don't know whether they're more the kind of same size as the turtles, so they are smaller characters. But on a thing on one of their posts, they said it was meant to be in line with quarter scale. Do you know like all of these have got names like spots? One's called like Zits, one's called Pimple,
I never,
and the
I
other's
never, I
called
remember,
Rash.
I remember this, but I never really got into this. I saw these around a lot, but I never was really
Yeah, it
into
was
it.
really hard.
Uh,
It was really hard. I think that
the
looks
problem I
bloody
have with
terrible.
the only problem really I have with this is I
Pimple.
actually think it looks pretty much like the art that it's meant to be representing, but I really think the art of this looks shit. So I'm not. You see what I'm saying? It's a bit of a
Yeah.
problem.
Well, it's just a bit.
I
It's a
don't like
big.
the
It's a
pictures of this. I
big
don't like.
scale to have. Yeah. It's something that probably would work better in a smaller scale.
Maybe.
So this one's Pimple. He's 15 inches.
Fucking expensive as well.
Then you got yeah. Well, the set of the whole set is like $1,900, I think. That
Shit.
and your Rash, and there was a really good like Battletoads piece being made. And then the company went out big into business. I think it was called Triforce or something like that. And it was really nice.
Mm.
And then you got this last one, which is Zits.
Holding up the sign. His pet rat.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't it all look
They're
like a
also announcing
fucking
they've got
anyway,
an
that's
NBA
fair.
license coming.
NBA Jam on the
They've
way.
got an NBA license,
Mm.
and they also got the sort of Saberwolf coming. That looks pretty cool. Art comes from a 16-bit game. Come on, fellas. Yeah, but still with the 16-bit game, they still had posters and things with the artwork. They had a lot of comics and they had a lot of other stuff as well. But I just think that you know, when you look at the Killer Instinct stuff, that looks good for the scale.
No, but
But
no,
this,
no, but
I
that's
don't
the
think that
point.
does.
Listen, that's the point. Just because the art came from 16-bit and looks shit doesn't mean the statue should look like that. They could totally modernize that the way this has been done, the way loads of shit's been done, like the turtles has been done. Doesn't look like the 90s fucking thing. It doesn't look like the 90s cartoon, does it? They've done loads of designs, modernized turtles and stuff like that. I think they should have done the same with the Battletoads. I think they should have like really put some good sculpts together and some real fine details in there. What they've done is
Yeah,
they've copied really old and basic design, and now it just looks like that. And there's something about that that just makes them look like shit toys. That's what it looks
yeah,
like to me. It looks like shit toys. And I understand that it's true. It's true to the sort of game, but the game was fucking look shit, and it looks shit today.
yeah.
So what are we talking about here?
Well, I think there was some good artwork though in some of the posters and some of the comics and
Yeah,
things
there's
that they
loads of
had. So
modernized
there
versions
was
of
good
this shit. They look
references.
great for sure.
It's actually from an 8-bit game. War Junkie, I was going to say that source material is lacking here, not the sculptor's fault. I don't know. I don't agree with that totally. I still waiting for Rad to disrupt the collecting world or whatever. Well, apparently this was all meant to be making collectibles again by being 300 and 350 edition size. Uh, can't argue with that. They do look cheesy. Then they're going to get the
Look,
NBA license.
I think about some of the best. I think about the turtles, for example. Like, let's just use that as a reference, like, because that's a pretty close and fair reference. Like, think about some of the best turtle pieces you've ever seen. They're fucking like, so they've been modernized, they've been changed, they're stylized, they look fucking awesome. You know, the PCS 1/3 scale turtles look fucking awesome, but they don't look like any turtles that I've ever seen from the cartoons or anything that I used to watch. The reference art that I'm familiar
Yeah,
with,
I mean
but they look fucking
the
awesome.
last
So
set
why
they did
can't
looks
Battletoads
the
look
last set
awesome?
they did looks more like the game version, and that's an 8-bit game as well, I think. But um, then they also got this is then the Ronin on bike. So you got the Michelangelo on bike there. It's quite expensive, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, looks
They've
nice.
also got the Underworld license as well,
Very
so they got that
interesting to see
coming.
what they're doing that. There's some wicked characters in that, so that could be cool.
Is this one Queen that you sent me here,
I
or is
don't
this
know. I thought this
custom?
was fan art. I might have called this fan art.
Oh, I don't know. Then I might put it in the wrong place if it is fan art. I thought it was Queen because I think Queen have got something similar coming, but you might be right. You might be right. So
Well, I
this is
expect
Batman on
Queen stuff
throne.
to be very, very stamped. They wouldn't leave these pictures out there with nothing on them. They'd have their name, their thing on them.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, branding. Yeah, yeah. So it must be a custom then. Then you got the Queen Studios Mai Shiranui. Actually, no, this doesn't have their branding on it. This is Queen Studios.
Yeah, I know. I think there is. I've cut, but these are my pictures, and I cut the branding things off so I could see the actual statue.
Oh, okay.
I want
Juice
to see,
says he
like,
wish they
when
would
I
date.
post some of these on
There you
Instagram,
go.
I want to see the whole thing if I can.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. King of the Fighters 97.
I think it's really cool. I think this is really,
Yeah, it's
really
a nice
cool. I think it's
piece.
pretty cool.
Big old boobies. Uh, 74 by 53 by 57. That's a big old piece.
Yeah.
Again, she's only got kind of 1.5 arms. Oh, she got that other
Nah.
arm is kind of a bit weird. Her right arm. Or is
Yeah.
that all right? That it's been cut off by the flames.
It's funny because it looks
Okay.
like the arm's on fire with the flames going across her body.
Yeah. Warren said, not my my. Not my my.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
the face is a bit like realistic, in it, in a weird way.
Because she's
I'm not
quite
really
anime
sure
like,
about it.
isn't she?
Yeah, I'm not really sure about the face on that.
Yeah, face is wonky in my.
It
He
seems a
actually
bit
says as
old.
well. He goes, "Our face is a bit wonky."
I just think it looks a bit old, doesn't it? Is she old? She isn't
Uh,
old, is she? Looks a bit of an older lady.
no, I don't think she's meant to be old. Like Gio says, I wish they would update some of the old cartoon characters like Space Ghost, Hawkman, and Hercules, and
Hey,
more. Anyone remember the Mighty Meatball? Sorry for the spelling. Don't remember that one. Then this was just a reminder. We already spoke about that already. This is the Penguin. There you go.
I love the way
Quite
this
cool
is
with the
looking.
penguin kind of swimming underneath there.
I love
Yeah,
it with the bones and stuff, the dead
it's
bodies
nice.
there. It's going to have a proper mixed media
Yeah,
coat.
and you got the.
I'm very interested in
Do you
this
think
piece,
this
but
is
with no.
nicer than that old custom piece, or?
That was a nice piece, that penguin. I always liked it, but the
Yeah,
mixed media pushes it over the edge for me. The base is better as well.
yeah.
So yeah, this is better. I like this better.
Apparently, Wars says this got me to buy the Prime One penguin. Darren Crofer,
Uh,
hope you're both well. Nice to see you both back. How you doing? Bring the water. Mine looks good, but worried about the flame tips breaking during shipping. Yeah,
yeah, it's a good concern. It's true.
looks nice. Some
The only
people
thing
are
that
saying the
disappoints
face.
me about this is just I wish that there was some switch out heads.
Yeah, some people are saying that the head looks a bit bloated and like it's kind of like a dead body. It looks a bit weird.
Yeah, taxidermied.
Uh, so it looks like a stability could be a concern with the smaller underbase. Hopefully, it's properly balanced. Hopefully so. This then is the Yoda. Some of these
Did you
pictures
get any other
wouldn't
pictures
work.
of
So
this?
yeah, I did get some, but some of them wouldn't work. So I had to kind of delete them off. But there is an exclusive version of this actually. So this is the exclusive version, which I think looks
It's got a
terrible.
little ponytail. Not sure about the
Got his
old
little
pen.
ponytail and a waving kind of blade.
Don't really get that. What's that about?
Well, it's
Can
just kind
anybody
of
tell
like a
me?
motion thing. What's that? The blade?
Oh,
The
okay.
the the same. It's just like a motion thing, isn't it?
I don't know if
I
they've
don't think it.
translated that very well.
No, I think
Not
the
sure
regular
it
looks much
works.
better.
I don't mind the
The
different
Sideshow Penguin gives me
portraits.
an awful Batman Returns vibe. I just want a comic book venom. Yeah, I mean, Batman Returns is not a bad reference point. Like overall, though, I think Danny DeVito did a fantastic job. But again, if you want a comic book version, I get it. Um, so
Dude,
that's
Yoda
that.
looks good, but this is
Merman
like
Artist
how
Series
to
1.
cancel the Mythos fader because fucking it's going to cost me like 400 quid. What do you think about this?
Yeah. So what's this? What is this? So this is they've done a bust.
Yeah, they've done like a small
This
bust, but
is
it's kind of hard because a lot of the details there are hidden, sort of hidden
yeah.
with the shadow in, so you can't really
So
even
is
really
it
call it.
is sorry? This is separate from the
Yeah, yeah,
statue,
it's
or
just
this
just
can go
just
on
a
to the
bust. That's a
statue,
different
or
bust. No, it doesn't come with a
okay.
statue, but not that I know of.
Bring the
Anyway.
Water says mixed media just seems lazy. It's an excuse not to sculpt something. Well, yeah, but then again, you have to make the mixed media really, really well to make it not look like a doll. So it's give and take, really.
Yeah, it's a hard one, dude. That's a hard. I completely get what you're saying, but I will continually maintain that no matter how good sculpting is, I still don't think suits, heavy suit jackets, or heavy coats are sculpted well enough compared to mixed media. They just don't look as
Yeah,
good, and I've not ever seen. I mean, there are ones that, like, for example, like combat trousers and like Kevlar like stuff, where you're like, "Fuck, that looks really good." But when it
I tell
comes
you,
down to it, man, when
one
it
of
comes down
the
to like suit trousers, suit jackets, like that's why it really, when it comes down to it, making a Two Face, it has to be Sideshow. Sideshow have to make
yeah,
the Two. It needs to have a mixed media suit like the Joker does. He's got a proper suit
yeah, but
with a real fucking tailor
the
made
Lee
and a proper
Bahimo,
job done. Hmm?
yeah, the Lee Bahimo
What?
Joker was done very, very well, very
Yeah,
well.
that's a leather coat.
So that's
He's
like a really, really cool.
wearing a leather coat. A leather coat to sculpt
Yeah, but
is
he's
not
still
the
got
same.
a suit underneath.
Fabric, a fabric suit coat and like a long fabric
Yeah,
type coat, a heavy coat, you can't sculpt it. You can't make it look like
mm,
it's real. It just doesn't look right. And no one can give me your best shot. Give me a guy, a sculpted suit that you think looks good, because there's none. Not that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has ever
Then you
gone
got the
fucking hell.
Superman metal by Action
It's horrible.
Studios. This is not really something. It's just not a storyline I'm interested in at all. It just doesn't get me
I don't
excited at all.
understand that. I just don't like how it's. I don't like the composition of it all. Don't know what's kind of with all them
Yeah, I'm not.
flames. Are
It's,
they meant to be flames? Because it just looks weird. It looks like
well, it looks like
fucking
he's got a stone
lasagna's
arm as
trying to
well.
eat
But
him.
again,
It's like Attack of the Killer Lasagna.
and
Just looks awful.
he's got like a stone arm as well on one side.
Yeah.
But again, I
Is
don't
it
know the
really good?
reference. I don't.
I just don't like the look at it all.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not really a fan of a lot of the kind of metal stuff. These pictures are not very good either.
Nah, they really ain't.
This then is
Ah,
a custom painted comic Spider-Man. Do you know
it's
who
my
painted it,
favorite.
or
My favorite suit. Nah, I just come across it. I was just like, this looks amazing. I wish I had the
yeah,
bottle to do mine.
looks nice. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit
Just
a
don't have
lot
the
of
bottle to touch that
kind of
comic yet
risk in
because
it.
it's just I love it so much. But fair play to whoever had the bollocks to do this. They got stones bigger than me.
It's a nice
Fair
piece.
play.
We're on to the customs. What you like for time?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll do another 15 minutes. It's just
All right,
try and get some
cool
done. See
beans.
how we do.
Got custom Aquaman. Don't know anything about
Got like
this.
a big
Just when you
retarded
sent
shark
me,
on it.
yeah, just like crashed into the floor. So I'll get him.
I don't really
Hey,
get the
wait,
strange nose. I just don't get the
yeah,
nose on it at all.
Arthur,
It's weird.
wait for me, Arthur. It's weird. This looks cool.
Love this. I don't know. This is a cable, but it really looks nice. Look, it's got the
Yeah,
fucking look at that other portrait. Go back one. Can't remember who it is, but it just look like fucking thingy, didn't it? Well, looks like Brolin. Look at that.
that one looks like Brolin.
Yeah.
That looks like Last
Really
Level or
nice.
something, no?
I have no. I think it's ATF1.
Oh, really? Oh,
I
wow.
think it is. I'm not sure. I'm sure. I think it's telling me it is because the background in the room is the same.
Yeah, yeah,
The background is what gives it away to me because whenever I see that latest projects, you can see there the gladiator there. There's their first Thanos is over there on the bottom. There's a few of their little things in there, so I think it's theirs. It's nice though. It's really nice. It looks
yeah,
great.
it's very cool.
I mean, I don't need.
Sideshow
This
Allied
would really tempt
Charge
me
has
to
some of the
buy.
mixed media I've seen. Yeah, the mixed
Yeah,
media on Allied Charge is very
that's a
nice,
nice
but
choice. It's a nice.
well, some of my favourites, obviously, the original Joker and the Cobra Commander are very nice as well.
Red Skull.
This then is Doomsday.
I really like this from Stuart Murray. I like where he went with this, where he's put like the death of Superman and then him in the background. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, I remember seeing a Cisco video when she toured a collector's OG sideshow pieces with mixed media and the fabric weren't holding up well. Mixed media just doesn't last. If she did that, it would have been in Singapore, and because of the heat and things,
Humidity
it just
kills
don't
that.
work. Yeah, for
Humidity,
sure.
humidity, and the dry air it destroys their stuff. That's why they're like sculpted. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it has a big part to play. Where you live has a big part to play because obviously
For sure.
I
Oh,
have
that's
mixed
big.
media pieces in my collection. I have done for nearly 10 years, and I have no problem with any of mine. But
That
I'm in
looks
the UK.
huge.
It's massive in it.
I don't
Still, I've
know if
got to
I
say
like
though,
it.
I still think Sideshows is the best one there.
Yeah.
I still do. I
Well,
don't know why.
Sideshow,
I
the
just
middle
think,
one.
yeah,
Okay. I'd like the XM one first, but
that
again,
XM1
you
in
had it.
person was one of the biggest disappointing pieces I've ever got from XM. It was well shit.
Yeah, but yours
It
was
was
really
so
dark.
fucking dark. I was so disappointed when I opened that, and I
Yeah.
was just like, "Why is it so dark? It's brown. It's so
Yeah.
brown."
Again, if it didn't have that kind of wash all over it, it would have been much nicer. I mean, some
Yeah,
people
but if
would have
my
gone
mum
home
had a
without
cop
that
to
watch.
be my fucking dad, wouldn't she?
No, I'm saying,
No
but
good like
there are
ifs and ifs.
people.
What I opened and what I got was a fucking brown
No, but I'm
doomsday.
saying my point is the fact that other people won't have that wash on
I
theirs.
don't care. Like it's very hot. It's very. I took pictures of that doomsday, right? I've got 2 pictures of it, and I've got a picture where I use underlighting and a picture where I don't use underlighting. And honestly, it's so different. I can see clearly by the picture
Yeah,
in front of me there that that doomsday has underlighting behind it to try to show it looking grey. You take that
yeah.
off, we can see it there. You can see it under his arm, his leg, up his torso. That has a light over there pointing at that to show that. And that's the problem. It's not grey. And a lot of them are not grey. This is nice.
What's this? This is some Darth Maul.
Yeah, I don't know who did this, but I come across it. I was like, that's pretty nice. I got the
I have
mechanical
no
leg
idea.
one.
Yeah.
Here's your eye. Looks cool though. I really like this.
You got Phoenix. Sorry. Looks nice. Nice face.
Nice body.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nice bottom.
Yeah, beautiful sculpt on this, like magnificent female sculpt.
You got this. This is one of the older pictures which you put back in there, which is this is a Joker, which is painted up by I can't remember how to pronounce her name, Titian Newcomb or something. But yeah, really cool, really nice piece.
Beautiful paint on this. You can
She
see
does
again,
some
like
really good paint.
even with her skills. I mean, look at that. It looks amazing how she's painted the coat, but it still has an element of it that looks like a cake topper. It just looks like marzipan.
Yeah,
It doesn't look right. It doesn't look like a suit. I tell
yeah.
you what, man, fucking I'm a little bit of a perv.
I'm Jessica
Jessica
Rabbit.
Rabbit, Jesus. If she was a real woman, that would be like serious danger to me. I would need to like honestly stay away.
Mephisto as well. Nice piece. Then you got the Waybird, Miss Marvel. That's a nice piece.
That Red Hulk is
Red
nice as well.
Hulk. Not seen this one.
Nice sculpt like that. Like, look
Yeah.
at that.
Then you got the Supergirl.
Not sure about the face on that one.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Bit tranny, that face.
That's not much
And that
better.
one, I don't know what happened there. But the first one, I'm not feeling that face.
This is Solomon Grundy.
Born on
We
a
got a few
Monday, you know.
pictures of that. Maybe go up in there. This I really don't like this. A lot of people are going on about this. I don't like it.
I actually really like this.
Don't like it.
I don't really like the head choice of the Spider-Man, but I like the I like just the
No,
sort of way it sort of works. I think it's different.
no, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it at all.
Yeah,
Not,
I
not
like it.
liking it at all. This then is like Delotto, Spider-Man.
That's buffed as shit, but I love the paint. That paint's
Yeah.
fucking like that's paint you could lick. It looks that good. Look at that fucking amazing paint up that is. Just not something about the sculpting. I'm not really feeling. It's a bit big.
Scotomus Maximus. I think that was ATF1, wasn't it? The Solomon Grundy.
No, I don't know. I've got no idea.
Superman.
Like this as well.
Custom Superman pieces.
Stuart Murray at it again. He repainted his Queens. Is it Queens? Is it Queens? Or is it Primark? I can't remember the museum line. There's a Delotto one as well with the Hulk, he's on the shoulder.
Yeah. Such a horrible reference that is. That's the McFarlane one is fucking ugly as fuck. So ugly. Spiral, that's nice. That's a character that hasn't been done.
Matt
Spiral.
I can never say his name.
Right.
Mosek.
He put it out phonetically for us one time, but we still fuck it up.
I fucked up. Fucked up Kucherek Brothers for about 9 years.
Well, I did it one time where there was that guy, and I read his name as something Cumsock. They remember it's like Cumsock, and then he left our channel and never fucking come back.
Yeah, you well upset him.
Damn, yeah. Your old Rocky, sorry, Rambo there. That's quite good, isn't it?
I don't know.
And Susan Storm. Yeah.
Who's that?
Stallone with the bust.
Oh dear.
Susan Storm. Yeah, look at that. That's very cool. Sorry, they're switching between all of them now.
Thanos on Throne.
Thanos. So I don't know why these all jumping all over the place. And then Silver Surfer there.
I think that repaint on sideshows there is fucking well good.
It's cool.
That is like one of the most beautiful repaints. I really like how he's done. Like the idea, if he's come up with them ideas himself, the owner of that piece, that guy, he's a fucking guy after my own heart, because that is like using the matte on the board and the fucking body on that. It's just, look at that, the way he's done it with the glowing arm from the Clayton Crane cover. It just absolutely pops. What a fucking genius. Love that.
I remember her from the early 90s Wolverine run. Yeah, she was. I think she was in Savage Land, if I remember. I can't remember. Alex, any word on the Galvatron release? There's a bit of a backlog at the moment, but it shouldn't be long now. I remember that chat went off Cumsock. Yeah, I think it was. We were talking about. He had a display which looked like the Doctor Strange kind of thing, and I think I've actually got that clip on my PC somewhere. I'll have to fish it out. I even reached out and apologised to him, and he didn't respond. This is nice.
I'm not surprised.
This is another paint by. Yeah, there's another paint by the.
That looks like a blatant copy of Sideshow's bust. That Wolverine.
Yeah, yeah. Paint's nice though.
I like the fact. I like the fact that they've got the white and the blonde done well on his thing.
I like that separation.
Yeah, I like that. I like that when they do that, because that's the right way to do it. That's the way to have it, and that looks perfect. I mean, I'm not too sure about the pose on this, but it's a nice saber tooth, for sure.
Nice pictures. They photographed it very well. Sorry. Leave it there then. Let's come back out of that. So number 22. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Yeah.
Sure, man. Sure.
And my back is well fucked. Back is like fucking.
Good.
All right. So yeah, what we'll do then is we'll finish it there.
Good idea.
Not for a lot of them pictures, actually. I was quite surprised. So let's see how many pictures we've been missed out on. I don't think it was that many.
Sound bad, man. Put your mic back up to your fucking face.
Oh, sorry, just the wire caught it. There you go. Is that better?
Yeah. Your black beard was cancelling out your sound.
No, the wire came down and kind of caught it. It wasn't that bad. We got down to 67. So
nice. I'll take that. Take that.
All right, everyone. You know what to do. Do the usual: like, comment, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll try and get back on. Try and do more. I was going to say we'll do a regular thing, but then I think we'll have to have another couple of weeks off at some point, don't we? So yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll try and get back on.
I'm going away in like 3 weeks. So like for 10 days. Right. So I don't think that'll be. It'll be like 1 week.
Yeah. All right, we'll try and get on more regular. We'll try and do them, and then see what we can do.
Got
All
to
right,
try and keep up
and
to date with what's going on.
yeah,
See you
for
later.
sure. And then we'll try and meet up next week. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
maybe tomorrow.
Lovely.
Maybe
See
tomorrow
you
at a
later.
decent time when I'm not in the pub.
I don't know if I can. Like I told you, I don't have. See that decent time. You only have a decent time when you have time. You fucking idiot. I don't have any time. Do you know what time I have? What time I really have? I have from about 9 o'clock until around about 11 o'clock, and I've given that to you. See that? That's to you.
Yeah.
That's my God of War. Watch a film. Fucking chill for 5 minutes. That's my time. That's what I get, and then it all
I
fucking
gave it,
starts.
and I give it to you. It's give and take.
One day, maybe you might understand.
No,
You
I
need to have
think it's easier
a
just
baby first, and you'll see.
just to
Yeah.
uh,
When you think, oh yeah, like
all right.
having babies, like it's not that bad. And you got one, so it's like, that's not that bad because when it gets too much, you just go like, yeah, take that, and then your wife that goes, look, take him, I'm going to kill him, and then like that. That's what happens. That's your life, right? And you're like, oh yes, we have another one. It's like, yeah, and then you go to the scan, and it's like, I can see a heartbeat, and I can see another heartbeat, and you're like, oh, you mean you see the heartbeat and then you've seen it again? No, I saw two heartbeats, and you're like, fuck, and then you're like, shit, and now you're outnumbered.
Apparently I look a bit unwell. I'm just tired. I am actually really tired today.
And anyway, when all this is
Left
said and
contact
done, I want you
my
to
left
know,
contact lens is really dry.
I want you to know that I blame you unequivocally for this because this is your fault.
Well, no, you can thank me
You
for the
came
happiest
back.
moments of your
We
life
come back
because
from fucking doing Singapore. What do we do? We come back in 2017, whatever it is, 18. We did Singapore.
17.
The wife picked us up after 5 days of being doing all the fucking business. What did you do? Got in the fucking back of the car. You put your shitty little bags in the car. And then what did you do? Started talking to her about, yeah, we're going to go fucking Philippines. We're going to go fucking New York. We're going to go fucking here. We're going to fucking there. And like, I'm sitting there like, what are you fucking doing? Like, I've had 5 days where she like after 3 days she was like, I miss you, this is horrible, blah blah blah. And you know what happened? I see in her mind her tiny little wheels turning in her head. And you were talking about, yeah, we've been invited here, we're gonna go to Japan, we're gonna go, like literally there was about 8 places, and I saw her sort of going, right, but 5 days in Singapore, we're gonna do like 5 days here, 5 days there, five. She worked it all out. She was like, that's like 2 months, a year. I'm not gonna see him, right? This is her. How do I stop this from happening? She thinks with her brain. And then oh, we're gonna have a baby. So I fucking blame you for all of this. Every
You're
ounce of
welcome.
sleep I ain't getting is on you.
You're welcome.
Every
Yeah, you're
virus I
welcome.
collect, it's on you because you'd have kept your fucking dirty, stinking, bearded pie hole shut. We would be fucking out going to all these places and it would all been just like ad hoc and perfect. But you fucking told her the plans. And now she was like, yeah,
I was
I'm
excited.
gonna fuck all that up.
I
And
was
then she gave
excited.
me my son, which now I'm never leaving. So yeah, that's the end of that, isn't it? Now I've got two other sons, and now I can't go fucking nowhere ever. So
Well, that the
triple.
second one's on you. The second two are the second and third one are on you. You can blame me for George. You can't blame me for all fucking three of them.
Yeah, but I think she thought, he started getting a bit bigger, didn't he? Got to like 4, and I was like, he's pretty much all right. Maybe I'll crack on with this fucking Philippines and New York
Self-sufficient.
and see how I do about it. Fucking idiots.
Fucking squeeze
Anyway,
another
love
grandma.
you.
God.
See you later.
All right.
Be safe.
Adios. Bye bye.